At 1 in the morning talking for him, like, are you sure, fool? Yes, fool. Like, I feel this way. I feel a certain type of way. I gotta speak my narrative. I gotta make my myself. I gotta explain myself to the city, because he feels like the city looks at the full community bad in a bad way. On like it's a very divisive . As a very check. Welcome back. Episode what?
17.
17.
Almost legal, dog. We almost fucking legal in this bitch.
Fool. Shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like Brandon said, we're already over the average. What's it called?
Podcast where they fucking fall off.
They fall off.
Yeah.
But welcome back, guys. How's everybody's week? How's everybody's day? Shout out to Yazzers, clipping that clip.
Hey, shout out Yazzers.
I saw it already made it on Yazzers. Shout out to Yazzers.
How you feeling, Prime?
I'm feeling great, fool. It's a little bit relieved, a little bit. I've been editing this pod for a minute.
How many edits you had total?
To this morning.
That's crazy.
I had to tell the homie, hey, fool, you want to keep these last two? Because I had removed I shaved away like an hour of it. And, I was thinking, like, let me shave a lot of it away. He's not going to notice that fool was drunk as fuck, right? Yeah. He was drunk as fuck. But nah, he was like, no, I'm missing this, and that. He gave me a whole list. I'm like, damn. So I did four of those edits, and then in the last two, I'm like, are you sure? We were like at 1 in the morning talking for him, like, are you sure, fool? Yes, fool. Like, I feel this way. I feel a certain type of way. I gotta speak my narrative. I gotta make my myself. I gotta explain myself to the city, because he feels like the city looks at the full community bad in a bad way. On like it's a very divisive platform, as a very they don't give light to the right artists, so that they were in that type of space. So it's only fair for him to like speak on his brand and speak up on what he was being made to do, behind the scenes, hating on certain artists.
Yeah, a lot of clearing up of like narrative.
A lot of clearing up. And I understood, I understood. It sucks because as somebody that I know for a long time. How do you guys took the content from it?
Honestly, bro,
I like fresh to the scene in that fool.
Yeah, there was a lot of names being thrown around that I don't really recognize. Compa Raiders, entertaining as fuck. That was fucking dope. Shout out Compa Raider, dog. that fool alone is just fucking funny ass pod, dog. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I don't know a lot of the people involved, so can't speak on that. But yeah, it was pretty crazy, bro, to hear.
Yeah.
To hear you like in a different space, dog. How do you feel like you moderated that space compared to like this one?
It's a different space for sure. Like this space, I'm comfortable in this space. This is the space that I want to live in. Meaning, like, I want to be where I'm pushing the culture forward, right? That space over there is a little more entertainment based. It's a little more silly. It's a little bit more back on fake. Where it's more silly, it's more fun.
Messy.
That's a great way to put it.
A little messy, but it's still fun. And even when it's messy, still with not all the way malicious. So it's a little bit of that. It was tough to moderate foods that are very wild. But I think moving forward, I gotta like position my role a little bit more over the.
Well, you're pretty wild yourself, dog.
I know. You know what I mean? I just feel like in that space, I gotta like be more of the Dr. Phil. And like right here, I turn up, right? Buttons. Like right here, I turn up because I feel like it helps the energy. In my opinion, I feel like it helps it have a good time.
Compa Raiders, your bad baby.
Hey, what's too far, and what are topics that you guys wouldn't touch?
For me, it's as far when family is involved, right? And obviously, in this case, family is involved, but that family is also in the content space, right? So when I saw that perspective, like, yo, they those two individuals spoke on my name negatively after the separation, so it's only right for him to speak his truth. And I know he said some things. He wasn't lying though. Everything that he spoke on hating on certain artists, he wasn't lying for. That's for sure he wasn't lying. Because I've heard this from that same individual, even though like I never passed it along to my other homie, because I never would like to spark anything up. And it sucks to know that he wanted somebody else hurt. That sucks to me. That now it involves like you preying on somebody's medical issues and hopefully to death. And it kind of sucks to hear that somebody was actively trying to like maliciously hurt somebody over their own ego, over their own You know, I think it's a lot of ego involved there for sure.
Yeah.
And then it gets ugly, fool, and I'm not proud of the moment, but I just felt like
But it kind of had to be said to like keep going with the pod. No, it kind of had to be cleared out. Whatever.
It had to be cleared out.
You had to get off your chest.
That's the number one question. Why Juan's been gone for like 8 months?
Yeah, for context, this fool has a new fucking pod out on
I
Full
do have a
Community.
new pod called All Facts Podcast.
Going pretty crazy right now.
That one is running up right now, and it's how would you describe that podcast?
Well, David, you were here, no? How would you describe the energy of that, bro?
Hey, a bit tense.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
A bit tense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Even
like
through
you
like
said.
I watched it through YouTube. It seems like a lot of energy, like so much like contained in one little room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like one of those boiling pots for just ready to burst. No, it was dope though. I mean, I feel like that stuff needed to be said, just like this what Prime says, just to get it off the table. That way, there's no other narratives going around on the YouTube and shit. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But it's good
whatever.
chemistry between all three. I'll say
What
that,
do you
bro.
guys think about that? Because it's funny because after that pod, they both reached out to me and like, yo, am I a good podcaster? Both of them
That's
reached out to
crazy,
me,
bro. Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, bro, I'm gonna ask you that same
You're
question.
wondering yourself, huh?
I'm like, Juan, I'm like, fool, I'm like, am I a good podcaster? I told him, he's like, fool, we have good chemistry. But they were both very like, did I do good? How was my energy? Was I a good podcaster? I'm like, dog, like, that's how I feel. So I just feel like if you're doing it and you're having fun.
No,
like,
for sure. I think drama aside, I'm excited to see what you guys cook up. Like we're talking about trending topics. I see you guys are gonna
Yeah.
have very good hot takes, dog.
No, we are. And also, like, drama aside, that was only the one pod, fool.
Yeah.
Just to
still
get it out the way.
Just to get it out the way, because look, these questions were going to come up regardless, right?
So
These
just address
questions.
it.
And also, we're doing a live show, a live podcast once a month.
Oh, fuck,
And I
bro.
want to bring more people in the mix, so that way it's a party, not just like 3 fools. So it's
That's
more,
crazy, fool.
It's more energy, it's more things, you know. So I do want to bring some of us in that space too. Just once a month, do a live stream.
That's crazy.
But it felt good. It felt good to be potting with 2 fools that love to pod and talk.
Yeah.
And then they're wild, right? They are wild. I think they're pretty wild themselves. And I gotta fit my role better there. I think I shouldn't try to match your energy. I think I should be. I am here, right? I feel like I should be more like this.
Nah, you gotta take off the glasses, fool.
Nah, I can't do
You
it.
without the glasses, bro. You're a calmer person without the glasses, bro.
Yeah, fool, this is
That's like your Superman shit.
It is, fool. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
it
I'm in my Matrix show and I'm here. I'm here scheming, like looking at when I pod, I'm thinking of things too, like. But yeah, it does give me a little bit of a confidence with the glasses, fool.
So it was a face reveal, and you guys addressed, and he addressed the
His
narratives.
fallout, his fallout, and the narratives that were out there that the full community was a compromise, and that they were playing dirty games, which they were. He admitted, and he spoke on it. Why he's like, yo, I'll try to keep my employee happy by I'm new to LA, and he's from LA, so I'm expecting him to guide me through it. But unfortunately, it alienated a lot of people in the industry against him, and things needed to be said. Unfortunately, it needed to be said. I know some people might think differently, but I feel like if things are being spat out there in the content space, why not address it in the content space?
Yeah.
Because there were several shots, and good thing that Normo didn't come here, but it all started with Normo's podcast too.
It started with him?
Well, when he interviewed me, Icon didn't like.
I saw he had some clips of you that went kind of a little crazy, huh?
Yeah, so Icon didn't like that I wasn't giving him enough credit. But if I'm being honest, I didn't like the podcast, fool. I like the platform, the Instagram page, but I never really fuck with the podcast. Because like I said, I don't give a fuck about talking about, no offense to all these Chicano artists, just always the same topics, the same guys, the same 3-4 guys over and over. Like, that gets boring. So I never really fuck with, you know what I fuck with? I fuck with the Joe Buttons. I fuck with the Back on Figs. I fuck with the good content. Let me keep it a bug. I fuck with the stuff that I feel like more hip hop space. So I wasn't wrong for saying that I didn't like it because I didn't like the podcast. So and then the homie felt some type of way, like if I wasn't giving him enough credit. I'm like, nah, fool, you guys did it up, but for me it was just lazy, potting, low key. Cool media, it's more of my identity, right? Like it's more of the uplifting. I've been an uplifting artist for a long time, and that's why I'm known. I'm known to uplift a lot of artists. Such as the Drummer Boys, the Conejos, the Baldachis, like even to the young fool, what's his name, who pulled up last time? Jay Bless,
Jay Bless.
the Jay Blesses of the world, to the Pesos, like people that are doing stuff. I like to be early there to support,
For sure, hell yeah.
and also predict who's going where. Right, I'm good at that. So I love that space of uplifting the culture for sure. And in that space over there, it's gonna be the same, but it's more on the funny, silly side though. So it
You
is
guys
fun.
planning on having guests on that one or no?
We don't want to.
Yeah.
We want to have. We do have a guest. We do have one called 44 Vatos coming up.
Yeah.
But that one's gonna be a guest throughout the whole pod because we're not gonna interview that fool.
That was a good one.
Right, we're not gonna interview that fool. Everybody knows who he is. I interviewed him before. Now it's just potting. He's gonna have questions for us. You know, because a lot of these takes, he had these takes too. He wasn't. He didn't put them out there yet.
He's pretty good at leading the conversation, so
Fool's
I'm pretty sure he's
hilarious.
gonna take over the whole thing.
44 Vato is he would be the fourth mic there if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was in LA.
That'd be
fool.
dope. Hell yeah.
He's a great talent, and in the way he delivers his stuff.
You think that fool ever unmask or no?
I don't think he should, fool.
No?
Some people's like, oh, eventually they're gonna unmask you, but so what? Like, as long as you keep it like that. I think that's kind of part of branding. I wouldn't want to see that fool without the mask, fool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would change a lot of things.
Even though he looks like Peso Pluma. Breaking news. 44 Vato looks like Peso Pluma low-key. He does, right?
That's gonna be a thumbnail.
He does look like Peso Pluma, right? you met him?
Yeah, I met him.
How would you describe his look?
I only remember.
Like
how he
Peso
looked.
Pluma-ish? I kind of like that, like slender dude.
Yeah.
We had a photo shoot here, you know?
Sick.
I want to schedule a photo shoot for us, for all of us.
Yeah,
like,
let's
a,
do it.
like a Saturday morning. So that way I could use for thumbnail. Like everybody gets like 5 minutes, everything, all the expressions, all angles, different fits. So that way I could have like sick ass quality HD pictures for the thumbnails. Fool. So maybe not this weekend, but maybe next Saturday. Early, you could do it early. There's 2 hours, all of us in here, or even an hour. Just run through everybody has set it up. That way everybody has pictures like HD to use in your own, even in your own personal, or like that. You know, but
Yeah, everybody check out the blog. It's going up, bro. We're blogging. We got the website going. Cult Media.
Cold Media, mycult.tv.
MyCult.tv. That's just going up, bro. Y'all check it out.
And well, how do you guys feel about that entering into the space of being a writer and doing articles?
Dude, honestly, I think that's always been like my first love, dog.
That's
like
sick.
fucking writing and
That's
literature,
tight.
dog. And music, like paired those two together. So yeah, I've always wanted a blog, so it's cool to test out the waters right there, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mo had a pretty good article on there, dog. I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like super like AI, but nah, she was pretty. Credits to the boy,
No
dog.
shots.
That shit was pretty sick. Fool. That shit was pretty fucking badass. I think he had a really good
He
take.
finally upgraded his ChatGPT
He-
subscription.
it felt authentic, dog. And that's all I'm saying. Like I want to give that for his props,
He's
dog.
like,
'cause
it felt authentic,
it
but,
felt well thought out and well written, dog.
but you
That shit
did
was
point
dope.
that out. It felt authentic.
I'm sure he cleaned it up with ChatGPT, but for sure it had his tonality, dog.
he's right there in his room listening to the podcast like, oh, motherfucker.
Hey, Mo, why'd you miss a pod today, Mo? Mo, no more missing pods, dog. We gotta get like an absence calendar going.
We do, phone. I think so far he's 50% out of the month.
Yeah, bro.
You're out of
He gives us
PTO
two.
already. Fool.
You're out of PTO.
And the last time he was like, oh, because you guys don't clip me enough. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And then he cries about being clipped. Shut up, fool.
He loves that shit. He
I fuck
loves
with
that
Mo.
shit.
How was everybody's week, though?
Good.
It's been
You guys
pretty good. I know me and this fool 900. We pumped up some clips on the account, so we did 3 new videos.
Nice.
Other than that, we've been
What,
out.
what account again?
We've been
SCLA
out.
Clips?
Yeah, SCLA
Make sure you guys
clips.
follow my SCLA Clips.
So that's both of your guys' page.
Yeah.
You have your own page,
Yeah, do photos on the side.
and he has his own page, or is that's the page? That's
We
his page?
use SCLA clips for both of us,
Yeah.
but I kind of run it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we speak on the Apple collab or not?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Oh, what?
We got Metro though. That kind of works.
Okay, yeah. Shout
That
out
kind of
Metro.
work. Yeah,
The Metro collab.
we do a bunch of clips with the Metro, and they accept
The bus line, not the PCS.
Oh, that's actually
the
sick,
buggy
though.
collab. So it's pretty cool. So we're on Metro's page.
Oh, that's
you know.
fire,
tight.
fool. That's
That's
fire.
That's pretty cool.
Nah, content. For me, I ended up watching Sinners again.
Sick ass food, dog.
You know, I stopped.
many
You
times?
know how last time I didn't spoke on it because I didn't want to give a bad take. I didn't want to say that it wasn't what it was. So I watched it.
You also fell asleep.
I did fall asleep
the
twice.
fuck?
It was a long night. It was a long day. I had a long day of
Yeah,
shooting.
you can't
and
speak on it if you fell asleep,
and I
dog.
just fucking watched it at 10:30. By the time it started, it was probably like 11.
Hey, the second time you watched it, do you remember what parts you fell asleep on?
Yeah.
What parts were they?
It was during the party
Oh,
when
okay.
they're having the whole thing.
You missed the music scene the first time?
Yeah,
The
full
whole fucking
man,
way,
dog.
dog.
Talking about that fucking scene.
Fucking
fool.
amazing, right?
Amazing scene.
That made me
fool.
watch it 3 times. That scene alone.
Bro, 3 times?
Yeah,
Fucking
that
that
scene is
scene,
sick,
you're
fool.
right. Fool. I missed that scene.
That's a good scene, fool.
Just to go through the evolution of black music
Yeah,
was
fool.
fucking fire.
Fuck, yeah,
fool.
the twerking,
Man.
everything, dog. The fucking twerking too, dog.
Fucking
Shout out Rezo.
Kugler.
You don't like girls that twerk. You don't like girls that twerk.
Rezo, get the fuck out of here, fool. But
Yeah, that scene
Kugler,
was
fool,
beautiful,
props to
dog.
him.
And the guy that does his music too, bro, I think he's German or something, but that was cool. They made like a USC film school.
It was masterfully shot. Watching it in 70 millimeter is such a jam, though, fool.
When it expands, you notice it when it expands out of nowhere.
And the
dog?
shootout.
Oh, that was fucking sick.
Shit was like
Hell
full.
yeah.
Fool, I was like, fuck, this is cinema right here, dog. So I walked out of there with a great, like, what a fucking experience.
Yeah.
Want to apologize to Christopher Nolan that I've been skipping out on 70
Hey, but you
millimeter.
kind of forget it's a vampire movie, huh? Like
do
40
forget.
minutes into it, and
You
then
do
fucking
forget.
they come out of nowhere.
And I would say in film, you get more of the feel. I don't know why, with the film, when it's digital,
The texture, the grainy.
the texture is different. The even though the bokeh effect on the lenses seem more natural when the film part. It seemed a little more fake when it was digitalized.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
From my experience.
Yeah. It
Like,
looks
you know,
flat. fool, 'cause
I'm a
I saw-
colorist, right? So I'm getting in the
The
details.
third
in.
time I saw it, it's super flat, fool, and the contrast so dark, fool. Like you need to watch it in 70 millimeter to get the full experience.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. The sound way, man. The art part of it, like, oh shit, great fucking film. I'm proud of the black community for continue pushing their limits in film way and shit. That way we could stop talking about Spike Lee, dog. I'm tired of talking about Spike Lee.
Fucking prime, South Central God prime.
Yeah, I'm glad that we have new black
Pioneers,
directors
dog,
of
yeah,
art
new pioneers.
pushing the boundaries with different style films, and even like Jordan Peele and him, they're doing like thrillers,
Horror
and
movies,
horror
dog, and-
movies, fire,
They're
dog.
all expected to have just fit into this narrative about gangsters in South
Gangsters and
Central,
shit,
but it's
yeah.
cool that they're expanding the fucking cinema space for their culture.
And then also like Ryan Coogler's like style as a person.
It's very.
person.
You can see Black Panther and like next. You can see
could
the
see that
fucking
who's militant, fool.
for sure, dog.
You could see that this fool is militant. His little mustache, like you could tell that this fool's like fucking cultural, dude.
And he does his studies, fool.
Like
you could tell he does his
you could
studies.
see it
fool.
where you see his essence. Like, shout out to him. Shout out to him and Issa Rae. That's two people that
Issa
I'm
Rae,
like
another pioneer.
I'm holding up there way as like my new leaders of the film world, in my opinion. They're just doing it in a very authentic way, and it's refreshing to just see authenticity for being displayed on film. It excites me for when I watch a film like that, and I feel bad that I didn't watch Oppenheimer that way. Because I love Oppenheimer.
You didn't watch it in the
Nah,
thick
I watched it
format?
in regular ass fucking Regal, dog.
Damn.
I didn't watch it in IMAX. Fuck, fool, I'm
You
pissed
need to
off.
see that explosion.
You
dog,
have
in
to,
fucking
fool,
70 millimeter, dog.
man. So moving forward, Christopher Nolan, I'm gonna be fucking with you in the theater on the 70 millimeter.
Hell yeah.
What else you guys been up to? Oh, how was the trip, fool? Mexico City, Marvin.
It was pretty cool. It's pretty unique because when I go to Mexico City, it's always to my dad's hometown, so
Yeah.
it's just a pueblo. But this time I was able to explore the city, the inner city, the nice little restaurants, and just what the city is. So that was pretty cool. We had 5-course meals. First time.
Always doing it.
First time.
Mexico City in cuisine way, it's up there.
Dude.
Especially
Worldwide.
the area he was in, Roma, was like the super
Roma, way.
gentrified fucking.
Super- I love it, fool.
Unique ass plates. I was like, what the hell is this? But that shit was bomb as fuck.
And what's your take about that zona way, Roma? You know how it is gentrified, but what's your take on that?
Bro, I saw white ladies on bikes. I saw white ladies walking their babies. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the Mexicans at? They were the taxi drivers. They were the people
They're probably
selling.
looking at you like, what are you doing here, fool?
Yeah, it's not your area.
It was pretty cool. It was weird, but yeah, it was a bunch of white ladies everywhere. That's what kind of blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like, what
But
the
how do you feel about that?
It's funny.
I have a mixed feelings about that.
It's funny you ask that because I asked that to the taxi drivers, like, hey, what do you think about all these white people coming into Mexico? They're like, oh, it's cool. They're bringing in money. They're paying
Yeah.
their stuff. It's all good. It's not bad. And then I told them, here in LA, we sometimes think that they're just coming in, taking the houses and bumping prices up. And they're like, oh no, it's not always like that. They're here. They're buying our stuff. They're contributing.
Yeah.
And they're making things better sometimes. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it just kind of blew my mind. So
Yeah.
it's two different
It is a mixed bag, right?
perspectives.
I
Yeah.
feel, and also I feel like Mexico City is gonna have to still gonna. I mean, on the rise, still developing. So it's still competing with the rest of the world, and you know what? That's gonna bring people like that are gentrifiers, right? To go in there and start spending more money. I kind of do fuck with it. I do fuck with it. I like the mixture of both people that are from there.
Yeah, but there's levels to it. There's a mixture when it's still a mixture, and then it's a complete takeover.
Yeah.
It evolves into like a complete takeover. So it starts out small, and that's cool still. It gets medium. It's kind of cool, but then boom. And now they just erased the whole fucking culture that existed there previously.
There should probably be some laws, right? Some like laws,
for sure.
some to protect the locals there for sure. Because Mexico City, I love Mexico City. Like it's probably one of my so far still my favorite city. I think. Just I love it because it reminds me of home still. I mean, it's still a lot of culture there, music, art, everything.
It's busy.
Everything.
It's busy there.
It's busy. I love it. I love it. I love it. What else you do?
That was about it.
How long you were out there?
4 days. 4 days. It was just a bunch of just restaurants and exploring the museums, the art.
Which museum did you go
that
to?
Stuff. I don't even know, bro.
Put me on the spot right now.
Chill. No, but it's pretty cool because we went to this one organization that helps people who self-deport from LA or from the US to like Mexico, and they were telling the stories how people who don't self-deport, they're forced to self-deport. And then not just that, here in the US, they're forced to like not talk Spanish because, they want to hide their DACA status or like whatsoever. But then when they go to Mexico, they're not allowed to speak in English. So that way they don't get extorted or, kind of picked on because they're from the US. So it's just all this crazy shit that happens. There's organizations like that help people who have to self-deport and like shit like that. But it's really eye-opening and it's crazy shit. Shit that people go through.
What's the first thing you ate over there when you get there?
Oh, first thing.
What about your
tacos,
emergency
bro.
landing? Fool, tell them what led up to the emergency landing. You fucking.
What
had.
happened?
dude.
Volaris or what? Volaris?
Nah, I missed my first flight, but then when I got to my second flight, the fucking plane didn't land twice. Like it attempted landing once, went back up again twice, went back up, and then the third time.
What airline? Shout them out.
Delta.
Fuck, Delta, what the hell? Get the shit together.
And then we went to this other city because we were low on gas, so we fucking arrived to a different city, filled up, and went back to Mexico. Yeah, dude, it was from 12 to I arrived at 8 p.m. in Mexico.
And why did you miss your flight? What were you doing?
He didn't know he had to check it early for international
I
flights.
didn't know that, bro. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
I fly from
He doesn't
TJ.
read emails, dog.
I fly from TJ to Mexico, never from LAX to Mexico. It was like my first time from
Oh,
LAX to Mexico.
okay. So how much time you had to board the plane?
You need to be there 3 hours early.
God,
International.
like a real Mexican.
I got there fucking 45 minutes prior, bro.
So you're not getting
That's straight domestic right there.
I was like, oh, fuck.
And was it a big line to get there, or it was just pretty smooth?
Nah, it was pretty smooth. I want to say like.
Also, it was just
2
you
minutes.
being late.
Yeah, just him being
It was
Just
just
customs.
Just BB Mexican.
yeah, just Mexican shit,
Hey, sometimes it's different when you land in Mexico. How customs sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's longer lines. I don't understand it. It's always changing.
It's like they're upgrading their systems. Like everything's
Yeah.
fucking automated now. Your passport is just tap and shit, and it's weird.
See, a couple years, 2-3 years back, it was you had to fill up a form
Yeah.
before you land, and I was like, what
shit.
the fuck is all this?
Everything's automated, bro.
Now
You kind of
every time it's a whole different process.
you just kind of go in there, tap your passport, and they scan your face, and that's it.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your first thing you eat? Tacos.
Oh, we went to this Michelin spot. It's not the new one. It's a different one.
Yeah.
But my cousin took me up because he picked me up because I was late for the bus and shit. so my fucking cousin picked me up and he took me to this bomb ass taco spot. So I ate tacos the fucking first day.
And your cousin that lives over there?
Yeah. He lives right there. He was 15 minutes from the airport.
How old is
So
he?
he hooked it up.
How old is he?
That was, I don't know, fucking mid-30s probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's cool. He lived with us in his early 20s, early 19s.
Over here?
Yeah, teens, yeah.
Oh shit.
So he knows English. He has a good job over there. He's pretty solid.
That's fire, fool. Shit. What's up with you, Fly? What you been up to?
Chilling.
I seen you with Absol, fool.
Hell yeah.
What's up with that? I'll get to that. Shout out to Bell.
Shout out to Bale. Shout out to Marcel. Marcel, he's a business partner with Bale.
Yeah.
He invited me to a listening session. He just dropped the album. Thought something was missing.
Yeah.
And they had a listening session. It was on a last Tuesday. and it dropped actually that same night.
Oh shit.
I didn't know like what I was gonna get into or like how many people. It was very intimate, like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
Like little studio. It wasn't like anything big. I didn't really know who was there until after when I saw like the stories. There was like other like media pages. There's like other social media people. But yeah, when I got there, TF walked in, Python P walked in,
Yeah.
and then Absol walked in. I was like, what?
You're like, oh shit, we have one of the ones in here.
crazy, dog.
That's
Shit.
crazy, fool.
I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, we were just waiting on Bale to, you know, press play on the album. He was just chilling outside doing his thing. Yeah, and I guess he took long, you know, to press play, and Absol had to leave. And I had to work my way in the room because I was outside.
Yeah.
So I had to like work my way in. I was like, I'm gonna go in. And then when I went in, Absol had to leave. He was like, hey, I gotta go. He was saying bye to Bale, and I was next to Marcel. And he was like, oh, he's like, let's get a picture before we leave. And I had my film camera, and I had already used it from another event, so I was already low. I had
Yeah.
one more picture, and I took it, and I had no more. And he was like, oh, let's keep taking more pictures. And I had to just take my phone out. I didn't have nothing else to do. I had
Yeah.
more roll, but I didn't have time to take it out and
Yeah.
change it. And it was in the moment. It was in the
Yeah.
moment. I just took my phone out. He was close. Like I couldn't even really give him any direction. He just wanted to take a picture, you know, cheering with Bale. I had to do the 0.5. And I had to just back up. I was already against the wall, and I just like took a couple pictures.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Let me see," and I showed it to him. And
I thought he was blind.
he was like, "Let me see." He was like, "Let me see," and I showed it to him, and I was like, "Nah, they don't look good." I was like, "Let's take another one." We took a couple more, and he was like, "All right, for sure." He's like, "Send them to me." And then like he took his phone out, he opened up his AirDrop, and I was like, "Which one are you?" And it said WWSD. He's like, "What will Soul do?" And I was like, "He wished do some shit like that." Yeah, and I found him and I sent him to him. And then, like I said, after I took the other pictures again, he was like, just post them and tag me. I was like, bro, you're not gonna find me if you say like, you know, to tag you, like you're not gonna find it. He's like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna follow you right now. He took his phone out. I found myself. I looked myself up. I pressed follow, and then I did the post right there on the spot. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait. I just did it right there, and I just let it be whatever it was gonna be. And then like the next day or whatever, he had like reposted it like on his story, and Bale reposted it on his story. But there was like other videos, and they were also like, oh, TDE, Absol pulled up to Bale's thing. You can see me in the back, like actually taking the picture. So I was like, that's pretty tight. Like I'll take it. Like it wasn't like a meet and greet. We weren't at a show. It wasn't like anything pressured or all right, come on man, take the picture. Like let's go. Like, it was like a very intimate thing, little listening session. It was tight who pulled up. I wish you would have been there to like listen to, you know, vibe to the album and stuff like that. But I mean, it was cool.
It's dope to see Bell's, because I've been knowing about Bell for a long ass time. Because even like TF early releases in 2016, 17, 18, one of my homies was managing him for a minute. And then
Managing Bell?
Yeah, no, managing TF. Marcos, he was managing for a minute. He did his first it's one of his first biggest music videos. Remember that album he had, No Hooks? That project.
Oh yeah.
So even like them, like seeing Bell from those times, just sticking to it, fool.
Yeah, because I had met Bell through Drebo. Drebo had a show. Drebo had a show, and I had reached out. I wanted to take pictures, and I went to the rehearsal. That's when I met them, and then when I went to the show, that's when I saw everybody. I saw TF. 211, a couple other people, and Bell was there, Marcel was there. That's when I met Marcel, and we were just like, every time I go somewhere, I meet somebody new. I think the face value is more helpful than like just reaching out on Instagram, because we just saw each other. You know what I look like. You know I'm chill. I'm not like trying to overstep. I'm not trying to do anything weird.
There's definitely a way you move around people.
So it was good. It was accessible. Marcel was accessible, and he was like, we were going back and forth. I was like, bro, I'm down. I'll pull up. And he gave me the invitation. I pulled up, and they did a show on Sunday, like kind of La Russell style, like backyard stuff. Okay. And he performed the album there. A lot of people showed up, and it was cool. I think he shot a video, and I think they even did like a little mini interview there too on the spot. So they're taking advantage, and they're using all the resources that they have. So I think that was pretty cool.
And how do you feel being in those type of spaces?
I think it's pretty cool. I feel like I belong, like
Yeah,
because
right.
I'm not only just taking pictures, but I'm also documenting the process,
Yeah.
whether it's at the end or the beginning or whatever. But you know, you go
You
through
play a role with it.
you
Like,
go you
like
go,
we don't see it, but these people that are around these people, we play a role as time goes on. These pictures come out, and you do get eventually like, oh shit, you were there. Not only you there,
Yeah.
there's those pictures that exist.
Yeah, because you go down the timeline, you're just like, oh shit, you were at Drebel's thing. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, the early when you know Bell dropped his album, or oh, you know, you were this, you were there. So I feel like, I mean, it's also documentation, whether you know you don't, you're not thinking about it or not. But I feel like, is it art documented, or are you documenting art? Like, you know, it's kind of the same
Yeah.
if you really think about it. So it was cool. I like being in that space.
I love that
For
I
sure.
love that for you,
For
dog.
sure, the camera work gets me in more rooms than like my actual producer stuff, which is crazy. But I mean, you get to chop it up. I got to talk to TF. I had already talked to him about like beats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now that he saw me and, you know, he's like, I talked to you before. Like, you know, we dapped it up. We were talking. So it was good to like, you know, see them in person and like be like, all right, cool, I'll fuck with you. Like next time you reach out,
Oh, yeah,
like it's
I saw
easier.
TF
It's
repost you for
it's
sure.
yeah, it's a easier, you know,
Engagement.
engagement.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's easier. Oh, I met him. Like,
Because also we forgetful, like these fools are from the hood, like they're
Yeah,
from like
yeah,
hood,
yeah.
environment hoods,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it becomes like a little bit of a barrier until they feel like, oh, this fool's a cool cat.
Yeah.
And then they're more like
But playing it cool super important, dog.
Very,
I think
very,
a
very
lot of
important.
people lack that, bro. They
Yeah.
lack the playing it cool,
of
dog.
self
Playing it-
awareness. So like, hey, if
Yeah.
we're doing too much.
Yeah, because I'm not that person. I'm like, I'm happy to be here type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm chilling. I'm not overstepping. I'm not. I was telling my girl.
You gotta be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, and my girl was like, "Oh, if you saw Absol, why don't you take pictures before?" I was like, "Nobody was taking pictures.
Yeah.
It was chill. They were just pressing.
Read the room, huh?
They,
You
they
gotta
were,
read
they
the
were.
room,
Everyone
fool.
was like passing around the aux. Everyone was playing different songs. I heard like some crazy Absol unreleased records, some
Damn.
crazy TF records. Python P has some shit. Yeah, I was just chilling, and my camera is like, it has a big ass flash, so I'm not just gonna take a picture, you know, and no one's taking pictures. It's not even that yet. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
right.
like, I'm
Smart,
chilling,
dude.
like I just let it be until the time was right, and I just happened to be there, and that's the way it happened.
Damn, and well, we should start documenting. I mean, making fucking articles on that phone.
Articles?
Like we'll start pumping your shit out there. Like we
Fuck yeah,
should,
bro.
Like create your experience. Even if you don't have to write it, you could just do a voice.
Yeah.
Just like, and then just put it on the transcribe it and fix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You could do it your way. I think that'll be dope to
Yeah.
be able to. I
'Cause
think even the artists were like that. You know, artists
that's
they
another way
love
to show
headlines.
love to the
Fool,
album, dog.
Artists,
Yeah.
artists love
Yeah.
headlines. Fool. Artists love with any type of publications are doing
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, so that's why like after like I seen his whole rollout and everything, his videos, I was like, I gotta tell the homies over here at Colt, because I think it's tight to still like echo, you know, what he has going on,
Yeah,
you know,
for
through
sure.
here, because I mean, he's South Central.
Of course.
He's a popping. I feel like he's a popping artist. I feel like he has a lot of potential. He has a lot of growth.
He does have a lot of
and
potential.
he was humble, and I had the same thing. I had talked to Bale DM, you know, previously, just on some producer shit, and it just never went through. But he said what's up. He acknowledged it, like my bad, whatever, you know. He's, you know, sometimes he doesn't hit back or whatever, but it was cool. He was like asking me about my camera, and I was telling him how like I go to shows, and all the photographers see me that with my film camera, and they're like,
You're like a real one in the
yeah,
building.
they're like everyone, you know,
yeah,
everyone
fool.
wants the quick turnaround. Everyone
Yeah.
wants, you know, and
For sure.
and he's
This
like,
fool
bro,
only got 24 shots. Fool.
yeah,
Make each one
yeah.
count.
Like he's like, bro, that's your art form, and
It
you
is,
have to
fool.
let it be, and you know, you got this far.
And I'm
so-
sure you stand out too when everybody's like with their fucking big ass.
Yeah, they got like multiple
bulky ass
cameras. Yeah,
attachments. You just come with a little.
yeah, but don't get me wrong, because I like that shit too. I want to learn how to, like, you know, shoot digital cameras and stuff like that. But I mean, for now, that's how I'm doing it, and yeah, I've been getting by. I've been getting in the room, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep going.
I've been wanting to experiment with new old school film cameras, like
Yeah.
pick up a new one.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I've had the AE, but it got fucked up. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try different ones.
Yeah.
I want to try the one where it's like you look down.
Yeah.
I want to fuck with
That's
that.
the old
Hasselblad
school.
or
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
do.
No,
fool.
Hasselblad,
it starts-
yeah, that one looks clear.
Yeah, is it?
Hasselblad, yeah.
Yeah, I want to be trying. I mean, it just requires a lot of time, just because even like the film part of it, like the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah,
You
dude.
do take pride on it, because even I go through because I have film strips, and I've been going through. I'm like, damn, this is a legendary. This 24 shots that I shot. God, I got like 9 money. That's like fuck epic for when you're able to get like that many shots, money shots, in one row. It's
That's crazy.
yeah, I love it. I love film. I gotta get back to it. I haven't even been shooting anyway. Like photos, I haven't shot like how I used to shoot, where I would be shooting a lot. I still have a lot of stuff that I haven't released. I haven't released the old Jeezy. I took some badass old Jeezy
I know,
pictures.
I was waiting for those to drop.
I feel like 03 Greedo, man, I got like sick ass shots. I just gotta take them out. Yeah, so yeah, I love that. But even TF is one of the careers that he's just been very consistent. Even though he's might not be the most flashy, the most popular, he's just been crafting his own fucking lane.
But he's consistent right now.
Very consistent.
And like very high quality videos. Like he understands like what he has to do.
Also, he's a very good person to be around. Like DJ
But
Muggs
he's like
loves that
your
fool.
artist's favorite artist, no? Like he's one of those, no? Like people love him. Like
They love. He has like an aura for when
That's what I'm
you're
saying, like-
around him. Like you see why people love
For
that
sure.
fool. Like he has like an OG aura. He's the OG fool, but cool.
Yeah.
Like last time I partied with that fool, it was me, him, Conejo, DJ Muggs, Alchemist. Fucking just, I was like in a group. I'm like, oh, dog, what the hell? What kind of circle am I
play
in?
it cool, dog.
At the Soho House, and then next you know, there's somebody by here. Yo, we just launched a new website, mycold.tv. Make sure you guys go check it out. Subscribe to the newsletter. We're gonna be dropping giveaways. We're gonna be dropping merch. Catch all the content that we have on this channel, and just tune in. We have a lot of big things coming. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, support us, man. Catch you guys next time. Too short. I'm like, no way,
That's
fool.
crazy, dog.
And that's
Yeah.
Alchemist. Obviously,
Alchemist
Alchemist.
is
When I saw
one of
that,
the
fool,
best
like, oh,
producers
shit,
right now,
Alan
dog.
is here. I'm like, oh, and then evidence pulled up. And I was like, oh shit, like being in that and seeing TF too. With me, him, Conejo chopping it up. Because you know when ghetto foods like, even though it's industry, ghetto foods always find a way to like find like a common ground. Even
Yeah,
though
because you understand, you grew up in the same environment, dog. So it's like this connection that exists there.
yeah, because we're like, look at us, fool. We're like ghetto as fuck, but we're at the Soho House in the middle.
Yeah.
While they're opening up the 6th Street Bridge, we're like watching the Sonora Dinamita performing.
Oh, shit.
While we're
It
over
was that
here.
day?
Yeah, it was that day. Fool. It was that day. And then we're over here with fucking Mr. Cartoon talking to us. Like, oh, and I'm like, damn, dog, like, what kind of a day is this? And like you said, you gotta know how to move with. I would have loved to ask Alchemist for a picture.
For sure, dude.
I would have loved to ask fucking all these fools for a picture, but the
Yeah.
fool is just
I saw
at the time.
Alchemist last year at Rhymefest.
Yeah.
I got a picture.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got him in a picture.
I always see him, fool. Always see him. I'm like,
What's that
the
one
cat.
guy from New York? Big Twins.
Big
What's
Twins,
his
yeah,
name?
from,
yeah, I got both of them on a picture.
From
and, like,
Queens, right?
yeah, and a couple like New York pages, like they reposted the picture. I was like, dang, that's pretty tight. That's as close as I got to Alchemist. I had to because
Hell yeah.
I mean everybody was taking pictures too, so I was like, I'm gonna just do it. We had just got off the stage with the Coyotes, and I was like, perfect. Like I just went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been around Alchemist quite a few fucking times, way.
That
Cause
will be out though.
yeah, you know
he out.
he'll pull
He
up
out.
at the Rock Marciano shows. Usually,
yeah.
usually
I
my
fuck with Rock Marciano,
usually
dog.
my
I was at
homie
his-
does all
yeah.
Rock Marciano shows.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I didn't go. Wiz Khalifa pulled up to the Currency show.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my-
that
that's my
shit was
homie show.
tight.
Shit, I didn't see
That
that.
shit was
My
tight. That
homie
shit
like, why
looked
you
tight.
pull up? Whenever you guys want to pull up to those shows, Underground Hip Hop, I got you guys.
Yeah, nah,
I be
that
going to
shit
the.
looked tight.
I like the
Bro,
Rock
whenever you
Marcianos.
want to pull up to any of the Underground Hip Hop blogs, they'll be fucking
Boldy
love. They'll
James, I
love
fuck with
to have
Boldy
you
James, dog.
backstage.
Boldy James, one of my favorites.
Boldy James too,
Yeah,
you
Boldy
know.
James is hard.
And Wiz pulled up, but yeah, that's how I met Alchemist. Alchemist is always in the hip hop scene, fool.
Yeah, he is fool.
Like
He
for
stepped
Rock
in.
Marciano, for TF, because TF
Yeah.
also TF, one of his most like bookings is Underground Hip Hop blog.
Yeah.
They've been like fucking with that for heavy.
Yeah.
So through them, I got to be around Alchemist. I shot videos of Alchemist with Rock Marciano, but I wanted a picture, you know, like
sure.
fucking. But you know, it's not the time. It's just that's why I saw Absol there a couple times. I met Schoolboy Q. When I had left because usually I leave like 30 minutes before the show ends.
To get beat traffic or what?
Yeah, well, beat the hood shit. You know, let me get out of here before, you know, if people start to get wild. And I missed Schoolboy Q. This time around, I missed Wiz Khalifa this past weekend. I'm like, damn, I should have gone. Because that's how I was able to do West Side Gun, his first LA show ever.
Yeah.
I was able to be on stage with West Side Gun, what's his name, Conway, and Benny the Butcher. Like that through them for being right next to them on stage, feeling myself. But being in those moments, it's just you feel so like I deserve to be here. Like
For sure.
just documenting this.
Nah, talking about playing it cool and talking about Absol, this fool fucking The day the Big Sean and the Absol fucking the freestyle drop, this fool was in Catalina Island, dog, and fucking who was it? Big Sean.
Janaico was there.
I was trying to convince this fool to go up and ask about the freestyle, dog. He didn't want to do it, dog.
I was with the coworkers, bro. I just can't fan
It was
out
the
like
day
that.
the freestyle drop. I'm like, go ask about Absol and Janaico, dog. Go ask about that line. Go ask about the Nene line, dog.
And you know what? I think Big Sean would appreciate that, fool.
That's what I was telling him. He would have laughed it off.
Remember, Big Sean likes to be like praised for his bars.
Yeah.
And that's how he, like, when I met Punch from TDE, I know how much Punch loves to rap.
Punch loves to rap, dog.
He loves to rap, so how I got his attention, that Good Man record that you just dropped with Absol a few weeks ago. He was like, my God. He turned around like, yo, and then he was like, yo, good looking. And he like, and that's how I got
I was telling him that's how Big Sean's gonna react if he talks to him.
That's how he would have for low key.
Yeah, he would have, bro.
Would have, should have.
And that would have been a viral ass clip. That would have been so viral.
Like, yo,
Because that was the day it dropped. Fool, that would have been so viral. I forgot that clip.
Yeah,
That would have been
dope.
crazy.
I think, if you do it strategically, in a way, you could definitely get some shit, fool.
Yeah,
Should've
especially with
done
the
it for the
Ray-Bans. That fool always has the
Oh,
Ray-Ban
you got
glasses.
the Ray-Ban, sick ass. You would have had a first interaction.
That's what I'm saying, dog. You didn't do it.
Next time.
You played it too cool.
Next time.
But that freestyle with Janae, I mean, not with Janae, with
Absol,
Absol,
Joey.
Big Sean, and Joy. What you guys think about that?
Fire, dog.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was dope.
It was great to show just like fucking competitive.
But also
They're still
some sort of
homies.
camaraderie, right? So
It was,
that's
fool.
fucking dope, dude. Like, that's keeping hip hop, dog. That's hip hop.
I like to see Big Sean there too, because it was like Big Sean's been always like trying to get respected for the bars and to be next to Absol and Joy. It was a dope, and also it was refreshing too.
Refreshing.
It was
for sure.
refreshing. They all three of them, none of them, nobody had a whack performance. Absol to me he killed.
For sure.
To me,
What the
Absol he
fuck?
fucking was fucking flying and shit, dog. But just to see Absol in that space too, man. I'm seeing like Absol warming up, but I think he's coming with an edge. My opinion. I feel like
He looks like he's gearing up, dog. He's popping out right now. So for
yeah,
sure.
you know, I mean, he's a little frustrated with career wise, right? He kind of like said that his tour didn't get scheduled, so he's kind of been a little frustrated with that. And I feel like it's gonna push him to maybe his next album, because his last two projects I be fucking with them. I did fuck with them heavy.
I feel like what happened to him, like the whole thing he went through, and he came back. Like he's approaching everything a little bit differently. He's like a little bit more open.
Yeah.
He's like doing other things. He's not like so like secluded and like closed in how he was before. So I mean,
I think mental health
it's
was
good.
doing a
He
lot,
went through
right?
that really dark phase, no? He was
Yeah,
like in
yeah.
a
So
really
dark
dark
like
mental
after
health
ever since he
situations,
came
so.
out of that, like I feel like he's been like doing better and looking better and like just being out there and
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
I feel like once he left New York, I feel like when he got back to LA, 'cause he was in New York for a minute, fool. He was living in New York for a minute. I think when I hated that Absol era of was that album Better Days, or what's it called?
These days. Yeah, these days.
Like that like it kind of lost me for that little era he had there. But I mean, I love Absol for
Fuck yeah, dude.
I have
What
so
the
many
fuck?
Absol like moments, because his first projects, like what's it called, the lifestyle of the rich and almost famous. I mean, broken almost famous.
Broken Almost Famous.
Part 1, I mean part 2 and part 3. I mean, I don't know if part 3 is already out. I don't think it's out. But part 2, that was one of my favorites. So. Like, it's just when you're down that project, he's speaking like his whole truth on that shit. And to even hear like DJ Head and the ad libs and then the intro, I'm like, damn, like, this was like they've been part of the culture for a long time. But shout out to Absol. I hold that fool near my heart.
You
fool.
expect to see him at the GNX tour or what?
What
What are you expecting to see, dog?
I don't.
Nah? No features?
Nah, I don't expect to see that. No, I don't. It's coming out Saturday, fool. Where you
AZ
going?
Chag, you think he's
I think
bringing him
AZ
think
Chag
AZ
should come
Chag.
out.
Oh,
fool.
I think so.
I don't know if he's going to come out all
I
3
think
days,
he's
but
gonna
at least
come out.
one night.
I think he's
fool.
gonna come out. That's why I chose that last date, because always the last day when they do it up.
Yeah.
And I
They
hope
be going crazy now, though. Every date be going crazy.
I would be upset if he brings out Lefty Gunplay. Fool. I'm not gonna lie. Fool.
On the last day.
I would be so upset if Lefty Gunplay comes out for those fucking forwards.
That's crazy, dog.
Because I just feel
Why?
like
You're all about uplifting the Latino community,
it's
dog.
not even
What the
about
fuck?
to me. It's just about the art. So I just feel like there's so many people that he could bring out that would give the fans like a great
Okay,
experience.
you're saying if he only comes out, you'll be pissed, or if he comes out in general.
Well, if he comes out in general,
What
meaning
the
like
fuck?
if he comes out for those 4 words, because I would rather have an Absol, like, man, I would rather have that type of moment. I would rather have a Black Lip Bastard being performed. Something special for like, we don't want to see Lefty Gunplay, with all due respect. Like, I feel for the GNX tour, you know, Nah, I would be upset, honestly.
I feel like AZ Track is gonna come out.
I
I
feel
see
so
Chad
sorry,
is on a
dog.
run right now.
He better perform that Joey fucking diss, fool.
That'd be crazy.
Yo, that would be crazy. I did fuck with his diss track, fool.
That shit was fire.
It was the most enjoyable out of everybody's. Yeah, obviously everybody has their own rappity rap, but AZ Track has a bounce.
Well, he went. I think most of them have kept it like kind of in the battle rap space. This fool just went with his bounce, dog.
Bang with his bounds, and I'm gonna bump that one more than the rest.
For
Let's
sure.
keep it a buck.
Me too, dog.
Let's talk about the battle way. I love that East and West finally getting back to the
Healthy,
bars.
bro. Healthy, combative fucking rap.
It's fun. It's you could tell it's like they're all cool with each other and they're all playing with it. But what's your take so far on it?
It's dope. The word around the street is that Gina Views instigated the whole thing or something. Like
Gina
she's
Views?
getting a lot of credit for like instigating it. So that's fucking dope.
Yo, that's
fool.
dope. Let's give her props.
Yeah,
I
for
fuck
sure.
with Gina Views. I'm glad she left a no jumper way. I'm glad that she, like, even in that space, I just felt like it was so much disrespect for her for what she brings to the
Sure.
table.
You can tell she loves rap, dog.
She
like,
loves
genuinely,
rap,
dog.
and she has that LA girl like
Show.
style. I mean, energy, right?
It's not a facade.
Like
she loves
she
that
reminds
shit.
me way of like homegirls,
Yeah.
like the black homegirls that would be turned up and go, and it's so loving but turned up. Like she reminds me of a super LA.
Shout out Gina
I love
Views.
what she's doing with DJ Head. I love what she's paving for herself. I love that she's getting the respect. I love everything she's fucking doing, dog, for the culture. Because I feel like we needed a voice like that, a very authentic that loves this culture. Not just loves it because they want to be cool and be a part of the.
Because they lived it.
Because they live it, they love it, and she loves bars, fool. And it didn't fucking Joy use some of her takes
Yeah,
on the
on the
intro,
intro,
the whole
yeah.
biting thing.
So I thought it started from the Red Bull freestyle, but it started since
Oh, shit.
January.
Before?
From the Rulers back. Remember Joey
Yeah,
Badass was
the
the one that
Rulers
said,
back, yeah.
"Oh, everybody's on the West Coast, whatever."
Big licking, yeah.
That's when it started.
Oh,
I have a
shit.
whole timeline.
Hell yeah.
Elliot Wilson posted it on his Twitter, and then Daylight had the High U in January, and then Rayvon did Crash Out Heritage. It just like keeps going. Joey Badass, CJ Fly, Daylight again, Rayvon. It just keeps going. But I thought it was. I had my timeline from the Red Bull on, but when I started looking around, it was from like January.
Yeah, it was in
on.
January. I think we covered it,
Yeah.
huh? We covered the. Did we? No.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
We started recording in February. I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought,
we
I
did.
thought we covered the Joey Badass. It was when he hit the main cold, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we did.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, we
sure.
did, we did.
I think
Yeah.
we might have reacted or something.
That we reacted
yeah.
to it. Shout out to Rap, fool. What's your take so far, though?
Well, I like it because like everyone responding in real time. Because last night,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
everything was going on, and just like I'm like trying to write the stories, and like everything is happening so fast. Like it's hard for me to like keep up. Like AZ Chag had reacted last night on his live, and then in the morning there was more drops. And then Daylight dropped a couple times today, and Joey Badass responded again, and then like other people jumped in. It's just like, but I think it's good for the culture, for hip hop.
Shout out to
It's
Kendrick,
fun.
man.
It's
Yeah,
competitive.
Kendrick brought that energy.
Shout out
Like
to
dropping,
Kendrick.
like
Yeah.
dropping right after he
Yeah.
drops.
I know,
like,
people
like,
are
click the
like-
button, click the button.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Kendrick's
dog.
changed the game once again. I feel like he's done it a couple times. Like he did it with his fucking what's it called? Good Kid, Mad City. He did it with Damn, and then he's doing it again with GNX. So like he just reshifting the game a little bit, and I see the change.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't see the same popping rappers still popping right now. They're kind of like phasing out a little bit, like the big ones. And people are trying to say that maybe the music is getting more boring, but I feel like it's making it harder for people to like. No, it's making it it's putting pressure on artists to like craft something of substance.
But also in smaller amounts of time. Because now
Smaller
you can't
amount-
take your time with an album.
You
and
can't,
rap. You have to post, dog.
You do gotta post.
And I think it's
fast.
gonna go full circle, and instead of dropping diss tracks, it's gonna go straight to battle rap again, like in-person battle rap.
Who are you waiting for to like step up, like from the east and the west?
I was waiting for AZ Chag, fool, so I don't know if I was waiting for anybody else. I think I was just waiting for AZ.
AZ did drop one, and he hasn't dropped one again. He did react on his live
Yeah.
last night. But today, my son goes to school in Pasadena.
Yeah.
And they had an event, free lunch, and Nike had a collab for
Shout out to free lunch.
for high schools in Pasadena,
Yeah.
and they had a whole production concert and everything, and they went to another school, and they had a performance. Storm the Barge, DJ Mustard and 310 Baby. And
310 Baby,
AZ
310
Chai
Baby.
came out as a
Fire.
feature. So he's busy.
He was busy.
They're doing stuff, and I think they have another show like during the week. But I think it's tight. They did a collab on that and pulled up to Pasadena and did that.
That's fucking fire. Shout out to Free Lunch. They've been doing it up, huh?
Free Lunch was the one that did the collab for the Pop-Out, right?
Pop-Out, yes.
PG Lang.
You're right. You're right.
Because my girl's like, because they had the flyer and it had two people that
did
had
have Free
stormed the
Lunch,
barge. And 310 Baby and the other one was a special guest. They didn't show it. And we were like trying to figure out, like, is it going to be Kendrick? Is it going to be like somebody else? Like, because we were looking at the dates and he was like, oh, he's in town this weekend. It might be him. It might be somebody from TDE. And then when I saw Chike's story and he was like, I could see the mountains in the back. I was like, oh, yeah, he's in Altadena. He's part of the thing.
Yeah.
And I told my girl, it's going to be AZ Chike. But it was DJ Mustard who was there.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. He brought him out. But that's just tight. I think that's a
fucking
good
dope.
look.
Well, I also seen AZ Chike with the corrido band.
Yeah. That shit was tight too.
Sinaloa, I think.
Yeah.
And somewhere, what, Santa Barbara? San Bernardino.
Yeah.
And it was like dope to see even AC Chai having a good time with the banda. What
you doing with them? Just hanging
posting
out?
it up, posting it up, tagging them. Like that, to me, that's so dope to see them, to see those both cultures, rap and corridos.
Well, that fool grew up like with Mexican
Yeah,
homies
yeah,
and shit. That fool
yeah.
grew up with like the Suedes and shit. So that fool,
Yeah,
He's
he's
a Suede
dope.
fan.
That was a big money sign sway
Fuck yeah.
supporter.
Well, Money Sign Suede's last album that he just dropped, AZ Chike is one of the features towards the end of the
Yeah.
album. So, yeah.
No, AZ
They
Chike,
fuck with each
I
other.
remember fucking with that fool because that fool had the plugs. He grew up with like the
Yeah,
rockers.
that's
and
what my brother
skaters.
was saying.
The
Yeah,
rockers
he
and
had-
the
he had
skaters.
the
He had the
plugs.
big ass ears, the plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
And he's all in his 30s. Huh? He's in his
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah.
I'm loving what he's doing for at his age. Still finding a way to be himself, original, authentic.
But maturing at the same
Dope.
time because he's very much
Maturing.
maturing, dog.
Maturing.
He was very much. He still is kind of party and bounce music, but very mature now, dog. And that's fucking dope. Fool.
Yeah.
See the growth he has.
Hell yeah. I'm loving what AZ Chike right now.
Yeah.
Right now, when it comes to AZ Chike for
Yo.
every single he's dropping, I'm like, like
Can't
he's
wait
just
for
on
the
a
album,
fucking
bro.
run.
Is he the standout of GNX features?
Right now, AZ Chike is a standout. That's delivering the better music, the better looks, the better overall development of his artistry from GNX to now. Meaning like how he was able to connect with Tyler the Creator, how other artists are uplifting his music as well. Shout out to AZ Chike. He's a standout for sure.
But Peso has been having that kind of run too. Though.
Peso
Peso's
is
on a cold run
This is
too.
another one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think AZ Chike, he looks more of a star right now. Right now. More of a complete already thing. Peso, he's still
learning the ropes.
grinding. He's still doing great music. I fucking love Peso shit. But I feel like AZ Chike
Because
as a
AZ
whole.
Chike's been grinding, fool. Like he was
For
just
a
waiting for
while
this
away.
moment. He was just waiting for this moment.
And you could tell, like, right now he's in a space where everything kind of like tied in together. His
sure.
fashion game,
Yeah.
his
Fool,
fashion
that fool
game is
killing
on
it,
style
dog.
right now.
That fool
eh.
killing it, dog.
He's killing it.
And
I'm
he's
like,
very West Coast too.
he was
like,
ready
it's
for this
cool,
moment
dog.
where
Yeah,
you could
for
tell,
sure,
like,
fool.
he was ready for his, like, fuck you, I'm gonna go the artsy route.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's getting next to those people, next to the Kendrick, next to the Tylers, because that's who you should be next to as try to like even learn from what they do in the rollouts. Because having a dope ass rollout is very important. And I mean, I'm loving what AZ Chike is doing for
The
right now.
Schoolboy Q feature.
That Schoolboy
shit,
Q, that was a
yeah.
big look, fool. Man, that was a crazy big look for Schoolboy Q to give him a solo song. And that song goes up too. Shout out to him, and even when I still like his energy in person is great. I interviewed that fool, great energy, super cool as fuck, not bougie fool. And this is after he did the Schoolboy Q shit. So shout out to AZ Chike. I'm gonna continue fucking championing that fool. I'm gonna continue supporting them, and when he drops his fucking tour, when he drops an album, you'll catch me there for sure.
Yeah,
bro.
me too.
Supporting.
Was there anybody else you were waiting on for the West Coast to like step in?
Maybe Absol, fool.
You think so?
I think
A
Absol needs
heavyweight?
I think he needs to get his hands dirty, way.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he needs to get his hands dirty, way. I think Absol needs to, you're that guy, because he is that guy.
He could come in and clear the room, dog. That's what he
For the
would
most
do.
part,
That's
dog.
what I
Yeah, he
want,
would
fool.
come
I
in and
want
clear
him to
the
just
room.
sit everybody down, like, fool, like, I'm Kendrick Sensei.
But also, nobody's helping Joey in the East Coast.
Nah, nobody's
It's
standing up,
Ice,
huh?
Ice Spice, get your bars up, Ice Spice.
Where's Ice Spice when you
but
need her,
look,
dog?
fool, New York, they haven't had a good run. Like, they've had successes recently in the last 5 to 7 years, like the Pop Smokes, the Fabio Foreign, but they haven't been the rapping type.
Well, it's been drill music, right?
Drill music for the most part. The only one that I could think was Dave East, maybe.
Davies, yeah.
You could probably pop it off.
Really?
He hasn't been hot.
Yeah,
lately.
maybe
that's what I'm
like
saying.
probably
there
popular.
there isn't nobody to stand up for him.
There isn't way.
Damn.
Maybe Cardi B. Shit, Cardi B should hop on it. She needs some little bit of help.
Hey, Joe Budden's about to come out of retirement.
Who?
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
He did get this, I think. He
He
got
did?
this
I think
somewhere.
he got
They
this.
brought him up. They brought him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know from New York. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's crazy. I can't
Nobody,
think of
way.
nobody either, fool.
Nobody.
But also like
What about the East Coast? Maybe the Griselda boys.
well, I saw they had tweeted something like they said a commentary about it, but
Yeah.
they didn't like try to like include themselves in it. They're just like watching like
I
everybody else.
wanted them to hop on it because you know how they have some bars for TDE, like they said they could up rap them. Nah, I want them to pop in so that way
Yeah.
Absol could enter the building.
That'd be
fool.
sick. Fool.
And
Yeah,
yo,
'cause, like,
Benny, your bars are cute, dog, but this would.
Yeah.
You
'Cause,
know,
like the people who are dropping the disses, like CJ Fly and Kai Cash. I wasn't too up on Kai
Yeah.
Cash,
Yeah.
Same.
so it makes you look them up and be like, all right, who are they? Like whatever. He had like a song with O3 Greedo,
Yeah.
and King Combs,
Yeah.
West. That song's pretty tight. But
I
other
wouldn't
than that,
mention King Kong right now.
yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else. But,
Maybe a Boogie.
hey, Boogie.
He should pop out because that fool has like a cold fan base. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I
he
mean,
should pop it.
I don't know why. Maybe they don't feel like
6'9", fool.
6'9". 6'9" is tough out here.
That'd be wild.
The other day I was talking about that I went through 6'9"'s profile. You to see how much of the homies follow him. A lot of homies
Hey,
follow
I have a
that.
bunch of homies.
A lot of
follow him
homies
still.
that I know that are super like street shit and fuck a snitch. But a lot of fools follow that fool. A lot of corrido fools follow that fool. And you know, I'll reserve my judgment. Because I was a supporter of 6ix9ine fool when he came out. Like when he had that whole gummo thing, and like he was to me, he was a breath of fresh air. His energy reminded me like of a DMX style for delivery. He had a whole different energy to him, so I did fuck with it. But oh well. But other than that, yeah, probably like I'm happy that the people are rapping again. I wasn't so like into daylight shit because you know when it comes to battle rappers, I never really liked their music style.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I think his shit is deep. That's
Yeah.
just the kind of
It
artist
is deep.
he is.
It is deep. It's like having a Loaded Lux song. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I watch you in a battle, but in a song, I'm not really gonna fuck with it. Yeah, but
Yeah. I don't know.
what else we got? What else we got, David? Okay, so we have
Let's get into the Mr. B shit.
let's get into the Mr. B shit. So go for it. Want to lead it? Who wants to lead it?
Marvin?
Marvin, the Mr. Beast
He had some pretty good
table.
analysis on this.
No, it was just the fact that I think Mexico is suing the Mr. Beast production for them promoting their chocolate brand while doing that, tour video.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I was, I'm not really like upset about that. I'm just like I like the fact that the kids, his families are gonna be able to see the ruins and maybe like would want to go visit them. So it is gonna open up doors for at least more tourism in Mexico, and I fuck with that for. I think to me that's more than enough. I get the whole like, yo, you promoted the chocolate, but it's like I don't really care for it.
It's like he's a YouTuber, right? So
a YouTuber,
they're expected to do shit like that to like promote their own stuff, make fun of stuff, and make people laugh. So I mean, them promoting their chocolate, I think it's cool too. I don't mind it, to be honest.
And I think the way the world's moving, everything's turning into that advertisements, dog.
Yeah.
It's no matter of time before someone goes there to do a Price Picks fucking advertisement, dog. That shit's gonna come, dog. It's like,
But maybe him saying that is might approve was a little too much. I think maybe that is that part. Because if that's the case, maybe you should break bread a little bit,
so it was a little offensive.
Maybe they could approve it with a nice
It was a little offensive then.
a little bit. I guess only on that part when it's like, it's mine approved. It's like, dog, come on. But regardless, I fuck with Mr. Beast heavy. I do watch his content. I'm not gonna lie. I just heard that the homie
He
tried
submitted
out
to apply.
He applied for his show, right?
I did for that first show. I got my passport and everything. I paid $400 to get that shit.
To get that shit.
The next day, and they never called me back. Well, they called me back like twice, but then I never heard back again. It's like, oh, fuck.
Mr. Beast, call him back.
Call him
fool.
back.
Call him back.
Could have won the 5 million. Was the 5 million, 10 million they won? I think 10. They doubled it up. How they doubled it up.
Left you on red.
Shit, left you on red. But
I know.
shout out to Mr.
I was
Beast.
almost there.
Yo, I was signed up for that too, low key.
You would?
Yeah, for the experience too. Like the
experience.
money's one thing, but for the experience, why not?
It gives you
Fuck
exposure. It gives you experience. It's
Yeah.
like something new. You're probably not ever gonna do
What
do
if
that
he,
shit
leave,
again.
he leaves you on an island for like 100 days, dog? You would do that?
I'll
one?
do it.
I'll do it.
What
fool.
the fuck?
yeah.
I'll do it.
Not 100 days.
I will do it. I will do it for sure. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Beast. I fuck with him.
That's crazy.
Undocumented Honduran Florida mother fined 1.8 million by ICE for a 20-year overstay. That's kind of crazy.
For missing a court hearing, dog, in 2005, dog.
Damn. I don't know. There's been so many new reports of a lot of ICE things happening with that. It's just like, fuck. There's just like no boundaries no more. Like you don't know what to expect now.
For sure.
Like even me being a U.S. citizen, fool. Honestly,
scared sometimes?
I don't feel like secure here. Honestly, fool. I feel like it could be taken away like anytime.
Like they'll find a way for it to get.
Yeah, like it's
sure.
the
They
way
can't find a way. It
He's
looks like-
affiliated with the fool that
Yeah.
was hating on everybody else.
He's on
We
the
get
All
this
Facts
fool out.
podcast. This guy's on the All Facts podcast.
Too much. Get him out. Too much, dog.
It's cartel.
Get this fool out of here. He bumped Peso Pluma way too many times.
That's crazy. For
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Fool.
It sucks to what we're seeing in the country with that. You know what also just struck me last time with this whole Trump stuff? That Nomo denied being a Trumper last time. You know how Rezo asked him, "Hey, you a Trumper?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "What? I thought he was a Trumper."
I thought you were one too.
Nah, never. I just joke around with it. I just wear the red hat
I
sometimes.
feel like he jokes around with it too, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think he jokes
Yeah.
around with it too.
I thought he was like a real Trumper,
I don't
man.
think so.
I'm about to kick this fool out the
Nah,
podcast.
I don't think so.
That was his role here, be a Trumper. Nah, fucking with you, Mo.
Shout out Mo.
Yeah, what else we got? Hold on. ABC, what else we got? Go up.
The naval ship.
Yeah, man, rest in peace to the people that passed away with the Mexican naval ship crashed into the Brooklyn
I couldn't
Bridge.
believe that headline, dog. It was just like, what the fuck? Why did this all work together, dog? Why is there a Mexican naval ship right there? Why did it
Yeah,
crash?
yeah.
Fool, and
Did
they-
nobody measure? What the fuck?
It looked like a
dog?
pirate ship, low key. It looked like
What
a
the
low
fuck is
budget. I'm like,
going
bro,
on?
this should not, let's not call that a Navy ship.
Was it?
At that point, we're not ready for war. For
A Mexican naval ship?
yeah, but I was like, not really a big deal. But when I saw people were up there from, like,
Yeah, there was
whoa.
people up there,
They were
yeah.
hanging out for it. I'm like, and you know what tripped me out? The people that were white, that they were like still taking video while the people were dangling to the fucking sheets. I'm like, damn.
I mean, I feel like it took a while for them to like
Realize.
actually see what was going on. Because even in the video, I was
They're
just
probably like
looking.
if staged or some shit.
Yeah, like,
Well, what would they do,
You
though?
know Mexicans, so they start fucking
But
springing
what
over
would they
shit.
do anyways? People would just put their phones up anyways for
Yeah.
nothing, for everything.
everything
fool.
now.
Yeah.
I seen like the ones like this for like
Selfies?
I'm like, damn.
so I was talking to my brother today about it, and he said that they had just left from the port from where they were, and that there was a malfunction with something on the ship.
The engine or
That
something.
because they're supposed to go straight, and in the middle of the bridge, it's higher. That's their clearance.
I see.
And something was wrong, and they were going to the right. Because even if you see when they hit the bridge, they went all the way to the right to where like the people were.
yeah.
So something happened. Something wrong happened. I don't know if the people up there knew what was going on, or I don't know if anyone knew what was going on. But that's what caused it like to go that way.
And
But what was the purpose of that shit being there? That's what I don't know. Nobody talks about. It's like,
I
it's
think they're
weird.
just doing like different stops for promoting some stuff. I don't know.
The
Exactly.
Mr. Beast chocolate?
And you know how Mexicans, when you go to Mexico, they be spinning on the little
Oh, yeah.
on the
They
string.
want-
So maybe people thought they were just doing their thing, you know.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. They spinning on that pole. Yeah, but two people passed away, huh? That's
Yeah, that's
cool.
crazy.
Actually,
Yeah.
RIP.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That was the news that we did not want to hear right now, Mexicans.
For sure. Nothing Mexican. Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Rest in peace to the families of that. But it's crazy, fool. All right, Willie Chaveria drops his collab with Adidas. Fire,
That fool just
fool.
keep going up. Fool. That fool
Fire.
just keep going up. That's fucking sick.
I
fool.
saw some pieces. You know,
Hey.
Adidas has been dead for a minute since Kanye West
They're
stomped on
bringing
it.
back like that vintage style, like 90s, 80s, like big colors, like
Yes.
puffy. It's pretty
The
dope. bro.
puffy
I
shit.
fuck with that shit, dog.
He had a couple jackets that was like, man, that's
Yeah,
fire.
I agree.
Luego I seen Joe Budden rocking Chaveria.
There's a lot of crop tops. Would you do a crop top?
Nah. man.
You got support. You got support.
I would feel like maybe if I was in the EDC realm, I probably would be in that space. But nah.
What about to like work out?
A crop top?
Like you go to the gym.
When they're like lifted up?
Now, well, now it's not even like crop. It's like boxy, but they're shorter now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
rock those. Like, nothing's showing, right?
Your belly button, bro. Your belly
It's
button.
just a style right now that's going
Yeah.
higher and just like a
It's
more
a little
boxy.
boxy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. I'll
Boxy
definitely
fit.
rock it for sure,
Yeah.
fool.
That's kind of how his style is. It's a lot of boxy, like big baggy clothes.
Yeah, he's dressing the country right now.
For sure, dude.
You see
Fuck
all
yeah,
his
dude.
influence. When I saw Joe Budden rocking it the other day in his pod, I'm like, this was Willy's on his fucking bag.
Yeah, shout out to homie Chino. He's been modeling him, and they got him on all the Adidas ads, so that's pretty sick.
Which Chino?
He's on the front page of the food community. They posted him today.
Chino?
Yeah, with Willy Chavarria.
Chino, the one that's all tatted?
No.
This is homie.
Oh,
He
okay.
just started modeling, but he blew up with Willie right now.
Yeah,
And
he
also,
looks like Chino.
also shout out to the Coyotes. They did a collab with them too. They've been shot for Willie, like what, 2 years ago? With Pro Club? It was like a
Yeah.
That was dope as fuck. Shout out to Willie for
Shout out Willie, man.
I will-
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Willie. Yo, we're gonna go ahead and clip this. We're gonna at you.
Ask you again. Come on the
I'll
pod.
ask you again. We need a collab. Let's do some shit. You know, let's do some South Central shit, homie. Shout out to Willie for I really fuck with his style. I really love what he's doing. What he's pushing the boundaries. I know some people are like, oh, what the fuck? I know, like, shout out to Daily Chella, Brandon. I see you. I know you're hating on Willie, dog.
No, for real? What?
Yeah, because he's Brandon. He's half Irish, half Mexican. He was raised in Oregon, so he has a blog called Daily Chela. He's a Latino media guy, but he just kind of been hating on it. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? This is not real cholo culture. My fool is couture fashion."
I don't think he's ever said this is
I'm
fucking
like, this
Chicano
is
culture.
not like, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's been a lot of hate like that by some of the old heads out here, dog.
Yeah.
I hate it. They're like, "Yo, wait, that is art. Like,
I don't know, dog.
respect it, homie."
I don't know, fool. It's crop tees.
You know,
Crop tees. Summer.
crop tea summer for sure.
Crop tea
You know
summer.
what I mean? Maybe you don't have the body for it. For maybe it's that, homie. I don't know what it is. But shout out to Willie from motherfucking Fresno, right? From Fresno, Central Cali.
Yeah,
fool.
Central Cali. fool.
Man, the Central Cali fool been making a lot of noise lately. The full community, this fool. Goddamn, fool. They must be stopped.
Hey, how far does it go Central? People will be asking, like, how far is Stockton? Is Stockton Central?
I would say
Is
Fresno,
that
right?
Fresno? People
I'm gonna
saying
say
up
shout out to
Stockton.
Tommy Guns from Pixley. I don't
That
even know.
fool- that fool blown
I don't
up.
even know what Pixley is.
That was dope, fool.
Shout out to Tommy Guns. I already stamped him as not the next lefty gunplay, but the next leading guy. He has
It's a
charisma.
very interesting flow, dog.
His
It's
flow is
pretty
dope.
Pretty
dope,
unique.
fool.
His
Very
flow
unique
is,
flow.
but no people
Yeah.
are. I got hate by homies that I know. Like, yo, for why you co-signing? Like,
But
dog,
that's how it is when a new artist comes out like that. For in a year or two, fool, they're gonna be fucking.
I'm
bumping
like,
that shit, dog.
you like me. I know sound fool, so I understand his sound.
But personality, fucking entertaining.
Personality,
He looks like
fool.
he's meant to.
He looks
Fucking
pretty humble.
dope. You guys could pull up. I'm interviewing that fool on Friday. So you guys pull up. You
For
can.
sure.
yeah.
I'll be there.
So I have him and his homies as well. And he's gonna have a photo shoot here probably within the next 2 weeks. That's 16 management. They actually reached out to Cool Media last year, November-ish. Like, yo, we fuck with your platform. Have us on there. And I was like, damn. I opened it up last week. I was like, oh shit. Yo, let's do it. Shout out to Tommy Guns. I really fuck with his whole movement. He's a star, fool. Charisma.
For sure. Agreed.
He just did a song with Conejo, which is gonna come out in a couple
hell
weeks.
yeah.
I think Kool-Aid from ex Poco Pero Locos. She put them together because they asked him who do you want to collab with. He said Conejo.
Oh shit.
And he bumps Conejo on the regular on his story. So
Oh, hell
but it's
yeah.
dope to
That's
see.
tight.
And I see a resemblance of like a young Conejo in him. Because Conejo's voice too, when he came out, was also on some kind of like a kid. Because he had like a kid voice, right? Almost like when he's talking. So
very character.
yeah,
type.
very character.
Yeah.
Shout out to man. He's doing it, fool.
He's dope. Yeah.
On the
Also
right
saw-
hands, and also I have some.
But it's crazy how you can tell off one video, dog. I think I saw one video. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
same.
who the fuck is this? Well, this was fucking dope.
Yep.
It
The-
takes
the
just
mic
one.
check.
Yeah, so you
fool.
can see that shit. Dog.
And then I have some very white people that are rich reach out to me in Conejo and be like, hey, find me this guy. Like, I want to put money. I want to put him in the right label. So I'm going to talk to this fool this Friday. Like, hey,
Fuck yeah.
I got
dude.
some people in the Hollywood area that are producers and that they're looking into your music. They're like, shout out to him. For I love to see, like, when everybody gets it. Like,
No, but
I'm glad that you saw that way, fool.
yeah, but also
I do
I
respect your
saw his
mistake.
story. For his story's fucking dope. He was telling his story how he
Yes,
was
fool.
working a regular job. I think like somewhere out in the mid US. I don't know
Yeah.
where, fucking Colorado or something. He's like, nah, it's not for me, dog. So he came back to rap, dog. So that means he really fucking loves that shit, dog.
And I think his mom passed away when he was like young, and I think he's been on his own since then.
Yeah, he did say that.
So it's and I love when they ask him, like, I think some of the black podcasters were like, why do you run with the raza? He's like, yo, I'm just as black as you. My mom is black, and forever, like, that's who I champion. But I love being with the culture. I love being with the raza. I like when people are just like, they accept both way, and then they don't like, they push both together, regardless. And he could be a superstar for.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think in the right hands.
For sure.
Hopefully not OTR. Shout out to OTR. But hopefully he does not go to OTR for.
I saw Rafi the Plug repost him too.
Oh, I saw that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sick ass look.
Adam 22 co-signing him. Everybody's co-signing that fool.
Who does
And
his flow remind you of?
his flow reminds me of like obviously it's cut off the Blueface
Yeah,
era.
'cause that's how I thought. But
right?
it's different.
But
it does seem
his
newer.
sound, his sound sounds very Chicano way, like meaning like a Mexican
Yeah, but it's
American
like a blue suede flow, but like
Yes.
Chicano.
Yeah.
I hate to just compare him like that, but you could hear like that kind of off rhythm.
Yeah, the off rhythm,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like this was fire for
Yeah.
like everything he's doing, like his look, everything is just like top tier for him.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to have a photo shoot with the homie. He needs the right visuals, so can't wait to do fucking content with the homie. So shout out to Tommy Gun, shout out to
Tommy
16
Guns.
Management,
Hell yeah.
shout out to all the teams. I know they're a young team, him, Demon, and the 16 Management. They're a young ass trio of team, fool. I love to see humble beginnings when fools are just
Hustling, bro.
putting their all into the craft way. Who knows where it's gonna take them? And I know there's memes over there making fun of them already because I guess they do a lot of paid posts. So
But that comes with the territory, dog.
that comes with a territory, but it's just funny.
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
they're popping enough that people are like, even black people are like doing like memes. I mean, like skits with them about them.
yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, that's fire. To me, that's a win. Fool.
Fuck yeah.
To me, that means that he's here. He's here to stay, and I hope he don't go to OTR. Shout out to OTR, fool. But some people need to go higher, fool. You know what I mean? So shout out to fucking Tommy Guns. What else we got for Tom Cruise at 62 years old still doing his own stunts, man. As he should too. Why not? If we get paid that much, why not? I think it's probably for him also, like he gets to live with, right?
Yeah.
Like dog, I think he's doing out of the planes and just doing it. I think it was also probably his
Adrenaline junkie.
adrenaline junks. You know what I mean?
That's fun.
Even his last movie, Maverick, was it Maverick? His last movie?
that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Man, such
ass
a great movie, dog.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I remember with my son, when we walked out of that, he was like, "Whoa."
I want to come out with the mustache in that movie, dog.
Man, shout out to him too. I don't think I don't fuck with him. He's what's it called, a Scientologist?
Oh, for real? He was
Questionable.
That?
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
is. He's one of the leaders there, I think. All right, we got LA Mayor Karen Bass issues an executive directive to make it easier for studios and independent filmmakers to access landmarks for productions. Thank you. Finally.
What's the landmark that you want to access, Prime?
Hollywood sign?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Interesting.
Can we alter them in a way where it doesn't harm them?
You know what?
That'd be pretty cool.
The old school house in La Placita Alvera. You know how there's an old school house?
Oh, dude, fuck. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That house.
No,
Like
Unlock
to
the core memory,
do
dog.
it there
Just
would be
unlock the core
crazy.
memory
Way.
in that phone.
no, because I just remember.
You remind him of
one-
Mexico. Like, it reminded me of
One
like
of my
last
coworkers
week.
just got a job with the Placita
Yeah.
Alvera spot, like pretty high up.
Oh,
that
reach
just kinda,
out.
So that just kind of be like, I could
Just
probably
did that connection in
hopefully
your head?
connect. Yeah, like
No,
hopefully I
we,
can
we,
connect.
we could connect some stuff.
That'd be
We
pretty
could
cool.
be promoting or so doing some type of like collaboration with them.
Say less. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
Planeta Olvera. My daughter just went there like a week and a half ago, and then I love when the kids go away and then like everybody's learning about things, and my daughter was like, "Yeah, I've been there," or when they see the Chichen Itza thing, or it's like, it's dope. I take pride of that.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Fuck it.
Fuck
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Just to like one thing that's important for me and my kids for is to always be proud of like their culture. Like I'm not expecting them to be like just talking in Spanish or just being like that, but I like how they appreciate it in their own way. Even though they're American, they're super whitewashed, but they appreciate it in their own way. Like they don't shine from it. They speak up on it, and I love that. I love it. I love what the culture is moving in, and the youth. I love the youth.
The Placita Olvera is a nice day to hit with the Dia de la Virgen fool in the morning,
Yeah.
dog. All
I'm
night.
sure.
Nothing but
December
music,
12th.
fool. Grupos there, like all kinds of grupos. Everybody full fucking vibing, dog. I remember going there as a kid. That's
Oh, that was
badass,
dope.
fool.
You guys, take,
you're one
you
of
guys take a picture on the thing?
Yeah,
When you
with
guys
the
were kids?
Vatican?
Yeah.
Nah,
Nah?
I had never.
that
Was
one?
it the
Famous
donkey
one.
or what is it?
Oh, the donkey's
the
there
little
too.
donkey.
Yeah.
Nah, I
That's
haven't.
like classic.
I still have that picture. fool.
Yeah, I have it, and then when we went
That's
with
crazy.
my son like a couple years ago,
Oh, hell
we
yeah.
put my son and my daughter there.
Hey,
Like,
you guys never did that, for real?
I never did the donkey.
I've been there, but I never did the donkey
Yeah,
part.
that's like
I've seen it. I've seen it
It's
recently.
iconic.
that's
2
like
years
core
ago.
memories. Like we
Yeah.
got it on the fridge. Like they print out the whole thing now. Now they got like QR codes and shit like that. You print that shit.
What you
up.
guys think about the Celito Lindo?
Celito
Taquitos?
Los taquitos.
What do you have you guys tried them recently?
I think it's overhyped. Fool.
Of course, they're overhyped.
Yeah.
You know, I go there. I mean,
There's always a line,
taquitos,
though, huh?
taquitos.
That's why I haven't tried it because I always see the line. I'm like, I'd rather go try this one here right at the spot.
And I know there was an article probably like last year or 2 years ago where they're like they were gonna close down.
Yeah.
And like everybody should go. I'm like, how about they make better taquitos? All we're gonna do that, make a better feeling and a little better salsa, and
It's messy.
Mexicans will be there.
The plate is messy, fool.
Yeah, I like it messy as long as it's flavorful.
Yeah.
I've had them and they're just like, oh, all right, like something I would have at Disneyland. Shout out to Mo. Oh my bad.
Shout out
I gotta
Mo.
bleep this.
Oh, for real.
The what's it called? The hire. He was what's it called? The DEI hire denial. I'm like, nigga, shut up. You were a security guard. Chill, homie.
Hey, you gonna cry when you see SZA, bro?
Nah, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Nah.
You are. We gonna cry.
I'm gonna sing for sure. I'm gonna sing for sure, fool. Nah, last time I was right there, almost front row, I was second row, so I got to see a personal. Nah, I'm not, but I'm excited to see SZA. I'm hearing a lot of good reviews from the show itself.
I know you love SZA.
And I love SZA, fool. I love SZA.
Hey, have you seen the latest Instagram post?
Nah, but I'll check it
SZA.
out right now.
Let me check it out.
We're gonna
fool.
double tap, dog.
How you gonna just drop that mid show, fool?
She fired.
Hey, does The Weeknd have a movie, fool?
He does.
Have you seen it?
I didn't hear good things about it, fool.
Damn, David already commented.
You know what?
During the pod. That was like 30 minutes ago.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
You did the eye
He
emoji.
said, can't wait to see you Saturday.
Friday.
Shit says
SZA,
you know what I don't like about Instagram, fool? That they do the people
Who
like
commented?
this or who like, you know how you go to a video reel and it shows you, well, they're not that video they like, but they like something else.
What you be liking,
I
fool?
don't like that.
What
fool.
you be liking that you don't want people to see?
You know, sometimes you want to like some stuff, something that's artsy, like a SZA post.
Yeah, but it's random. The thing you click on is like a whole different video, right? Like,
It's like
yeah,
something
yeah.
else. It's like not even for that video, but it's for
Yeah.
another
I
thing.
never
And
click
next
on
to you
that
start
shit.
going to what David likes, to what you like, to everybody that
I never
I
click
follow.
on that shit, dog.
It's none of the dirty ones. Fool.
I'm like, they're trying to catch me slipping out here. I'm like, yeah, baby, I love you.
You need the burner, dog. You need the burner account, dog.
A burner account, do cold media in it, you know. But yeah, one thing I don't like about Instagram, they've been doing that. But yeah, GNX is Saturday. I'm excited for it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
excited for it. It's been 14 million that it did last night in Seattle. 14 million a fucking day, way. That is fucking wild. Though. I'm like, damn, fools are breaking crazy records. What else we got, guys? What else you got? You have any collaboration coming up? Anything coming up?
Nah, just trying to keep busy, fool. We've been trying to shoot and post same day. It's been pretty fun, dog, and I think we're learning the craft a bit better. We're just recording a lot of local businesses and shit. It's just getting easier, so we're just trying to keep busy with that.
What are you guys editing still?
Fuck, fool. I gotta get on DaVinci, dog. I'm on this program called Filmora.
Yeah,
I've been on it for a minute,
Oh,
but
no.
I need to get on DaVinci for real, dog.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think Da Vinci is just like any other one. I think you just gotta adapt to whatever feels comfortable.
But I want to
for you.
adapt to something that I always see has good improvements because the one I'm on doesn't have the best improvements. So yeah,
Da Vinci is definitely a easy one even for the coloring part.
I think that's my next step is improving coloring.
The
type
coloring on the mask, how easy is it to mask something? Way so easy way it does it for you now. Before you would have to like now everything's automated. Yeah, but anything else? What do you guys got going on?
Oh, me? Not much, bro. Like this was there, we're just doing small local businesses. We did a small little coffee stand last weekend. But other than that, it's just whatever comes, wherever people invite us, we'll try to go.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're just kind of going with the flow.
Let's talk about David's new
Candles.
Candles,
business
dog.
in the
Oh,
making,
shit.
fool.
started.
You don't get red, fool. Don't get red right now.
Hey, no, fool, I genuinely support that shit.
Yeah,
dog.
for
I
sure,
want to see
fool.
you fucking bring it out so I can support, like, actually buy some, dog.
Yeah,
They're
for
fucking
sure,
dope.
fool.
Yeah, it's a project that I'm working on. It's nothing that's fully set yet, you know. I'm just testing waters, different waxes, and the scents, everything in general. So I'm just kind of dabbling into everything right now.
Can we ask you like what got you into that process? Because it's been like a from my understanding, it's been a year, at least a year.
And I mean,
you, like,
it really
messing
just
with stuff.
stemmed off from me and my girl. We enjoy candles, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at home, we always have our
Yep.
candles set up
It's a vibe for sure.
I mean, it's a scent that brings you sometimes peace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like from a hard day work, for you go in there and it just smells great.
Yeah.
I like that shit, you know. So I was like,
Be a
fuck,
Bath and Body Works, like, sniffing.
I don't have a specific brand that I go to, you know, where I buy candles besides
Bath and Body.
Bath and Body Works, you know. But
I bought
I
them
said,
at
well,
Ross.
fuck it, let
Ross
me.
Marshalls.
Ross Marshall.
DD's discount.
The pumpkin
Nah, but
spice.
that's dope,
go
fool,
it.
for real.
So I mean, candles was, you know,
I think
just
that's a
an
space.
idea.
That space that's missing, like real Latino influence, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, fool, Vatos y Velas, fool.
Hey, we're
I'm
gonna
telling you, Vatos y Velas,
There's already
fool.
trademark.
Take it, fool. Take it and run, fool.
Bro, that's a
Take
sick
it and
one.
run, fool.
So we'll
I'll
see
buy
what
it
comes
just for
up
the
with
name.
it, bro. I'm
Just
excited
for the
for it.
name. It
Yeah.
smells
I'm
good. They
excited
smell
for it
good,
too,
fool.
fool. I'm excited for it because I know like he's been like working on this for a minute, and I've been like pushing him to like, hey, fool, like it's a great idea. Because once he brought it up to my attention, I'm like, fool, it's a great idea.
I think so,
I
too.
already envisioned it like, fool, like you have a great story. Where you come from, you're very rooted in your area. I'm like, dog, people would love to have even a masculine energy in
For sure.
taking place even in the candle making.
Are,
fool.
are you pouring your own?
Yeah, everything from scratch,
Yeah.
for except for obviously the vase and shit, or where it comes from.
My homie from San Diego, his name is Hanuit. He has a candle business too.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna like slide you his page just so you could like look at it and see like what he has
Yeah,
going
hell
on.
yeah.
His candle business is called HB Smell Good. And
HB
he's-
Smell Good.
And he's from San Diego, and he started just with his homies, just like trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Also, like a male presence, like you said, like
Yeah.
just
And,
try
and
to.
honestly, for me, I mean, also like I wanted to do something that was simple. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I could get obviously my kids involved. I got three
Fuck
boys.
yeah.
For
Hell
you know?
Yeah, love it.
They're getting bigger, full. So I want to keep them involved in how to create a company, how to run it, and I mean, just make something out of nothing.
process, for
you know what I
sure.
mean? The whole process. So that's kind of where I wanted to start something like that. But now talking to Prime, we're like, we should just push something out. I was like, fuck, we should, huh?
Yes.
So yeah, we're
That's
gonna
not a
see
bad
where that
idea.
comes from.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
I brought
tight.
it up because I'm trying to force you to keep forward.
Nah, yeah, for sure, dog.
And I've been telling him, fool, like he's been sitting on it for a minute. I'm like, fool, it's time. Like it's time for you to start making your own even path and shit. And I'm excited, 'cause like you said, for candles, the man for same thing for within in everybody's home. Something that you're always going to continue buying. But if you put your soul and heart into a product and give it a story, fool, people will gravitate to that. Yeah, and then they could relate to you, and then you'll be the other brand of choice.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're getting fucking called by these fucking big ass retailers. Now they're ordering fucking 20,000 of this one, 30,000 on that one. And you're like, oh shit, fool. I gotta quit my job. But I believe in it. Fool. I believe in it. I'm excited for what you're gonna create. We are gonna come with a collaboration with Cold Media of certain smells, and hopefully we get to pumping it out. Do you have maybe a timeline maybe where we could see something like this?
Nah, not yet to be honest, but hopefully
Ballpark?
something official at least by the end of the year.
Oh, for sure.
Let's say where we at? Well, today month was today May, June,
August?
July, September. Let's
7
do
months.
September.
This was September.
Do August, fool. Fuck
August?
it.
We'll do August.
Yeah, we could do August.
Well,
At least the name,
set it
you know.
yourself so that way you can start moving forward even with that. Let's get into it. Get into it, and we're here to support. I'm excited for that, even that journey for sure.
Yeah.
So for a candle that you like what do you look for? Like, what?
Honestly, it's more of for me as a smell. That's obviously going to be the first thing because I mean you're not really the display is important too, right? The presentation and all that, but I mean I got to dial down the smells and mixing two smells together to get one.
Yeah.
All that stuff is what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, last week he pulled up with, 2 weeks ago?
About
when
a week.
When he pulled up with just like mixtures, and he's like, yo, choose some for, and then he's in his chemist bag.
Yeah, right now. Just take your shit off. Fool.
That's tight.
I fuck with it for, and I can't wait to see the rollout, and I told you, fool, you have a story, dog, and it'll be dope to see one of ours, especially a masculine figure, like even in that space, because shit. Because we had the discussion, right? We had the discussion like, yo, but this is not quote unquote masculine. Like, well, that's one of the reasons why you should be doing it, fool.
And it's not like something like you're selling shirts or hats or like, where everyone else is doing it. Like you're coming with a different approach from a different angle that is also good. Like,
and that's what I was looking for, because I mean we've done the shirt stuff, we've done all that stuff already, and that was fun in itself.
Yeah.
But then that's where you kind of get that mentality of like, fuck, what else can I do?
Yeah.
What else can we?
And it's something that people are gonna always reorder for.
Yeah. And gift, fool. I can't wait to gift some girls this, fool. Be
for
like,
sure.
hey, I crafted
right here.
I crafted this with the homie. I helped the homie craft this shit.
That's actually a good fucking gift for a girl.
Yeah, fool,
a
candle.
A badass candle.
And I helped craft it, fool. I was there with the chemist.
I was there with the chemist, fool.
I poured it myself.
Yeah.
I poured it myself.
The homie let me pour it.
Now I'm excited for it though.
Fuck
for sure.
yeah. Me too, bro.
We'll see what happens with it.
I'm excited for all of you guys. For honestly, like, I feel like everybody has their own journeys, and I'm excited to even support everybody to whatever you guys do, even visually, fly with even the music, fool. Which are you're just dropping music out of nowhere, and you're not even letting us know what the hell is up with that, homie.
I saw this.
Let's work on some music for the show, fool.
Yeah, I saw the post you posted on your story. That was from like 2019.
That's dope.
Yeah. You have like a beat store where we can like check the beats out?
I don't have a beat store. I've been against beat stores for like a minute.
I fuck with it.
I think most people is the smarter way not to use the beat stores.
I kind of like the in-person stuff.
I like that.
And like I like how I originally started was just like emailing or sending DMs to a bunch of people until some people responded. That's how I got into Bodega Bams. Just reaching out to his brother, and it worked out. And then once you work with one person, it kind of like, all right, I'll work with him. Like, all right, cool. Rock with that. I got a lot of love from San Diego.
Shout out San Diego.
When I started doing that, so that's kind of how I did it. Like some people don't have the attitude or the character to like get rejected or being left on red. Like I was just going for it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Some people replied, some people didn't, but like I was still going at it and
That's
just
fire though.
like trying.
It's a good mentality to have. You just gotta keep trying.
Yeah, the album's not on all platforms, but the album that was like my main, like my baby. It was Mala Vida, Buena Vida. I had a Vic from Coyote.
Yeah.
I had Metaphor. I had a couple people from San Diego, Rossi Rock, Sebi OG. I had a couple people from New York, Bodega, ISO Indies. So it was like I was able to pull a couple people from New York, a guy from Miami, DB Cutlass, LA, and San Diego. So it kind of looked like it was coming from different areas. Because sometimes when you start making music, the people in your city will not listen to it.
No, for
so
sure.
if you see that I got a feature from New York, from San Diego, from Miami, like it shows that it doesn't have to be you guys that fuck with it. Other people are gonna fuck with it, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, like then they're gonna go and like listen to it. But like, I mean, you gotta do the hard work and get rejected. But
it be your own people sometimes.
Yeah, it be your own people sometimes.
Well, happened to TDE, right? They were popping faster in New York than they were popping in LA first.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, but how long you been doing music for?
I've been doing music since like maybe 2016. But when I actually got like my first like placement was with Bodega Bands, probably like
Shout out to Bodega
2018.
Bands. Now that's when he was popping, like me, like catching his own fucking buzz.
He had stopped making music, and then he started again, and then that's when I kind of got on the wave when he was getting back into the scene.
And then they had a group hop, him, Joel Ortiz, and Kendrick's ex, Needy Scott.
Oh, yeah, they did have a group. But I did, one time I did go and I did get to meet him. I did pull up to his house. His homie, Shogati, shout out to Shogati. And we went to New York just for that, and I took my girl and my son. And I was there for like a day, just like chilling with him, but nothing really, we didn't really cook up or anything like that, but it was just cool to like be there and know like, music got me here, like, for whatever.
That's fire, fool.
So I thought that was like my first, thing. And we went to San Diego and we did a song called Arco. That was like my first song that did like 1 million streams, like on Spotify.
Fire,
so like that was cool. And a lot of people from San Diego wanted that sound. So I was like kind of playing with the sound and like using it. And I ended up using one of the songs for my project. So it was cool. It was fun. But I'm ready to get like back, more active and like, it's the same approach, just with different people and like see what happens.
So lately, it hasn't been a lot of music. It's been more on the visuals.
Lately, I have not been getting any like placements. Like splits or anything like that with any like other like major artists.
Mm-hmm.
I just made a couple like mixtapes with like just local people, like people from my city, like my homies and stuff like that. I did pick up the camera, so I've been taking pictures a little bit more. I've been taking care of like the like just let's shoot the cover art, let's shoot, you know,
Yeah.
any pictures extra that we have, we use it for the rollout or whatever. So just as far as like visual photos, like I've just been trying to do it myself. But I mean, I'm ready to get back and like, you know.
Yeah, full.
Work
Let's
with
crack
somebody.
some.
Yeah,
audio
honestly, I
production
did
for
hit up.
Cole. Also, full community. We're looking for a soundtrack,
Yeah.
and then we'll fucking put your credit on there, shout you
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
all of that in the intro, all of
Because
that.
I did hit up Conejo too, like to try to get like you know, beats to him, but he's like on a different wave right now, and I can't.
I think with Conejo, you just gotta continue sending him stuff.
I mean, he responds, and you know, we've talked, and I've gotten his email for that, but I just had to like sit and like do it, and like, you know, something curated just for him, because I know he's dropping like a bunch of new music, which is tight, but it's not like what he's been doing. He's kind of like doing a different approach,
Yeah, he's doing
which
a
is
different
tight,
approach.
and it
He's always
fits,
reinventing
and it
himself,
works
yeah,
for
yeah.
him. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I, like, you know, I just have to like sit down and actually like do it, because it takes time, and I have
Yeah.
like I have another kid now. I have 2 kids now, so it's
Yeah.
like it takes a lot of time for sure.
Yeah, well, I love to see you like, damn, just being creative, dog. Like,
Yeah,
I
just being
fuck with that. I
creative,
fuck with
yeah.
that heavy, fool.
Yeah.
And like whatever we could do, or anything we could continue pushing your name out there, fool, I would love to do that, fool.
Yeah, I actually got a song coming out June 9th with the homie Day. He's a producer. Me and him, we collab produced on that. And my homie from Altadena, Northside Ron.
Okay.
So he's a feature on there. We just dropped like a little snippet yesterday, and then we'll drop it June 9th. That's all I got. As far as
Well,
music.
tap in with Juan from the full community, fool, because he wants to do he wants to do a project, and maybe y'all both could both
Yeah.
work on that together.
Yeah.
And like he'll bring the artist, and you do the whole sound production.
Yeah.
And you guys could split however you guys split.
Because I like more like the in person.
Yeah,
Because
of course,
I'm gonna waste my time like making a beat and like selecting the sounds, and you're not gonna like it. And then if I'm there, you know, we could go back and forth. Oh, like this, what'd you do
Yeah.
there? Like do this, take this out, whatever. It's like more. I get to know the person and see. You know,
I fuck with that, fool.
you got to study their music. You gotta,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta see. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into it, but it's fun and I like it. I want to be able to be in those rooms and create on the spot. You know, you gotta
That's
do what you
fire.
gotta do. So, I mean, I'm down.
Damn, shout out to you, I fuck with you heavy on that. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Anything else? Nothing much, right? Make sure you guys
I
subscribe.
can't wait for the next All Facts pod, bro. Looking forward to that, bro.
It's already recorded. It's already recorded. It
go.
drops on Tuesday, and we have a new guest, 44 Vato, coming up this next
go.
week. And make sure you guys pull up if you guys want to pull up. That one's gonna be a good pod. I'm excited for what we're doing. I'm excited for everything, for the growth. And things are looking up, though. Things are looking up, and we're gonna put this media company into the right wheels to start making this a reality, so we're living off this shit. That's the goal, for to
That's
be
the
able
goal.
to
Hell
live
yeah.
off creativity and being able to just wake up to fucking produce some shit or direct some shit, create some shit. That is a life, and it is doable, especially us leading the way to that. We're like, dog, I get so many like personal calls of people like, hey, fool, like what you're doing is you're crafting something different. Just keep doing it. You're gonna find the way. Just keep doing it because everybody's watching. So I want to thank you guys for putting up all the time, for the commitment.
But also
continue
the
creating.
quality, dog. Shout out to you for the quality, dog. 'Cause the quality is super important, fool. Good
I
quality
try,
shit,
fool.
dog. Good quality shit.
I try. Shout out to everybody here, fool. I swear, like everybody here, in my opinion, they're super talented and they're very essential to what we're doing here. Shout out to Fly, who, man, brother, like, yes.
Mo,
doing-
Brandon. Shout out Mo and Brandon too.
Shout out to Mo and Brandon for sure. Mo, man, a fucking character in this space.
Getting a corrective, dog, for his fucking absences, dog.
Yeah?
Getting a corrective.
He is getting a corrective. Before you're getting a DP pause, nigga.
I don't know, bro.
Fucking jump you, fool. What the hell, nigga? Shout out to you, Mo. Shout out to Brandon, who's sick right now. He got the
Yeah.
Corona 2.0.
Praise up,
He's
praise
going
up.
through it right now. But Brandon as well, fool.
He can't get over that fucking gorilla clip. That's why, bro. He doesn't want to come back to that, bro. He doesn't want to come back to that.
Oh, he didn't want the clip. He's like, don't clip you, man, fool. I'm going to clip that clip, homie. I think how I picture Brandon, he's kind of like a quarterback way. He's going to help us, like, you know, craft things and put it into the right algorithms and like teach us, because he's very smart in that and he does bring results with that. So even learning from him, I'm excited to learn from
You
that.
wide receiver?
Huh?
You wide receiver?
I'm more of the coach. Pause. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to you
episode
watching
17.
this episode.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment, share with your motherfucking boring ass co-host. I mean, boring ass. What's it called? At work. What's it called? Coworkers. Share it with your boring ass coworkers. Make sure they're tapped in, and catch you guys next time. And we out.